And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Order! Order, I say! Order in court! Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? To frame my client, Mr. Engarde, of course. To frame? Aren't you forcing an interpretation just a little too hard on this one? But we just established that the witness saw the nickel samurai in costume. If that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife. Witness! Looks like I've made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Ejipu? Witness, did you or did you not really see the nickel samurai? Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but... Are you saying you mixed up Mr. Engarde with the nickel samurai, his character on TV? But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in front of the door because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the nickel samurai, that's for sure. I mean, he did get Wendy Oldbag as a witness. I was like, oh gods, what have I done? She wasn't waiting for the nickel samurai? Alright then, who were you waiting around for then? That's top secret to anyone outside of security. I have a feeling you were waiting for Mr. Jean Corrida, am I correct, witness? The way you think you are a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness. Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of? So Oldbag was waiting around in front of the victim's room. Well, get some more food then, Mina. And hell, welcome. But it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Corrida. Maybe Phoenix. Maybe the old bag was waiting around for that person. If it is what I think Mia has the internet, then it's certainly possible. Miss Oldbag, you were waiting for the person to come out, for this person to come out of the witness room, weren't you? Who is this person? This is Adrian Andrews, Matt Engarde's manager. But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room? It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor. Oh, this is... Well, this is... Huh. I see. The judge seems to be really into the article. It could be called such a thing. Yeah. Oh, let me find one of that. Let me find that. Give me a second. Let's see, where is it? There it is.
You must construct additional pylons.
I just had to. Then the manager with the initials AA. Are you saying it's Adrian Andrews? Without a doubt, the witness thought so as well. Looks like you found me out. Well, it's fine. I can throw away the whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then. Witness? What in the world are you? Watch out, Phoenix. I got a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling. I've got some information. Some very secret information from a certain source. That's what I was doing in my own little investigation. In secret, of course. But what for? Oh, just for myself. personal reasons and all that.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how will you proceed from here?
I don't really want to do this. However, I cannot simply let this point slide.
I see. Very well then, witness. Please testify about this secret information.
Get ready! This is going to take the wind out of you young uns. I'm sure we're all capable of handling this. Really. It's not like we're 10 years old. Yeah. Exactly, Pix. That Engarde is evil man. He thought he could ruin Port 1 by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Joanne. I can't condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret, you got that? Nobody else but you and me know yet, okay?
The defendant sent out his manager. What a disgraceful topic for this court.
God. What? Nobody's about gossip. And isn't there a saying, the truth is never pleasant? Never heard that one before.
Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person?
We have looked into this matter and found that the truth that the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip.
But should this be true, then this proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim.
So this means I'm gonna have to smash this rumor once and for all.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Be careful. The old bag seems rather excited right now. That's right! Engarde is nothing but your average, your foul-blooded youth. Well, as the old saying goes, you gotta burn old bags with fire. I never heard that one before, but I'm all about it. Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway into the danger zone. Okay. Oh, oops. You can't say something like that without proof. That's just slander. But it's true. That woman was getting intimate with poor Joanne. Look, it says so right here, doesn't it? Manager to the stars, Miss AA. But the name of the magazine this came from is Gossipland. What? Are you saying that gossip is just a pack of lies? What do you know? I suppose next you'll swear to me that the news is 100% the truth. Honestly, Sonny, you can't discriminate between the news and gossip.
Yes, discrimination is bad, Mr. Wright.
Discriminate? When did I do anything like that? Anyway, Engarde will never get me to say touche. A scandal? What do you mean by that? You're a dim-witted one, aren't you? I can't believe you don't know what a scandal is. Honestly, what are they teaching kids in middle school these days? No, I wasn't asking about what the word scandal means. Even I know that much. Well, that Engarde thought he could own a monopoly on popularity. You don't have any proof that Mr. Engarde did any such a thing. You must be suffering from a shock. The shock of hearing the truth. And now, since you're in such much shock, you can't do anything right. You're right, I can't do anything. But boy, do I wish I could do something about you. Alright then, Sonny, show me what you got. Can you show me proof that Engarde didn't bear any ill will towards Joanne? I mean...
Let's decline to present. I don't have anything to offer. See, just as I thought. You were lecturing me just about saying anything without proof. You just give me a free pass to say whatever I want whenever I want, silly boy. Me and my big mouth. That's the way the cookie crumbles, for you anyway. So, what do you mean by I took action? Like I already told you, I was lying in wait to close to the crime scene. Once that slimy woman came out of one's room, I was going to capture her and teach her a good lesson. Something you young ones need. You were going to teach her a good lesson? I was going to make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun. Like this. No, stop! Well, it was too bad that the woman didn't come through the door that night. Wait! What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with the kids is over. Secret information that no one else knows yet? If that's true, then how do you know the secret information? Ha! Well, that's because I'm a pro. Yes, that's it. It's a secret. Even if you drill a hole into my brain, you'll never find out. How in the world did that old bat get such a secret piece of information? So, no one else is supposed to know the secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Miss Oldbag? Why are you looking at me like that? Stop that! Witness! I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire the secret information, isn't it? She's a thief. Investigative photographer Lotta Hart. Oh yes, I remember that mischievous girl. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. She reported such a thing? On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her outrage impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews. What? Outrageous ideas, you say? No. I said impressions. Then everything in this piece of paper is completely meaningless. Ah, that's it. That's the note. No, you see, this is something completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries to buy. Then you are the one who took Miss Lotta's note. Miss Hart's note. I'm a huge fan of you, and that's why. That infamous puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil Engarde. She said to herself, Engarde, I'm his sidekick. I was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written. Wait. Jibu, you believe me, don't you? I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. It's only one piece of paper. I'd never taken anything else before. You really should come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine. Oh. Okay. Well, it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we could overlook this once. She looks like she's really sorry. Should I forgive her? Well, we're gonna pile on all the pressure. We don't get let up a lot on her. If I let her up on her now, she'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow to the prosecution. Witness, you said the only thing you stole was that note. Is this correct? Stole? Why did you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I say this because of paper from a terrible, lonely trash can. That's all. You're lying, damn it, and I can prove it. Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again? Miss Oldbag, I don't believe that the note was the only thing you stole that night. Because this was all like this note was together with the camera. Miss Oldbag, that note was with a camera inside of with a camera inside its case, wasn't it? A camera. Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, "My sweetie, 1600 camera disappeared on me." Why, witness! What is it, Gramps? If you have the note, then it's only logical that you have the camera too. Grr, looks like you found me out again, Sonny. She's a thief. Is this the camera that you're looking for? That's... What? Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know. I still eat meals like you do. I fall in love, and I borrow things from people. I think the definition of borrow is a little off. I saw that woman's business card, and that's when I noticed it said "Slime by Celebrity Photographer Extraordinaire." Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of pictures she had taken. I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things. Bayleaf, check out this camera's photos. Hurry! We must examine them at once. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have? There is only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case. Please present it to the court. This is the Nickel Samurai. See, I told you, that's the guy I saw. This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter. Oh, what does this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it's kinda still samurai around too. This photo by itself doesn't prove that the person is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Engarde stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his nickel samurai costume. If that's the case, then this nickel samurai is the defendant. It's not, though. How did it come to this? To think this brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright. This court will consider them before we close. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client? If this photo really is decisive, then we're done for. But if I raise an objection here and blow it, then I would put Maya's life in jeopardy. I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. This photo that Lotta Hart took, there's something strange with it. There's something strange with this photo. I knew this was coming, I knew this was coming, right? Your thought, Mr. Edgeworth. I think we can all agree here there's nothing strange with this photo. There's no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. Debunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? That seems rather excessive, but hey. Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct? Well, I have to find something wrong with this photo. I can't let this chance go by. Where the heck did she take this photo from anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't you take a good shot, especially when it counts? Now then, let's hear your objection. What about this photo is strange? It's a feat. I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right here.
Oh, what are you pointing to? His ankles?
If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't.
And what does that mean?
The costume person in this person could not have been Mr. Engarde.
What is the meaning of this?
I wonder if you would care to elaborate with actual facts, that is. Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai poster. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama.
His socks. You can see his socks.
Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his hakama up just to walk. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. Wow. Yeah, maybe. Alright, I think I turned things around for myself this time. That's curious. Huh? What is? Edgeworth is unusually calm today. That's true. He's just letting the trial run itself. As if he's only along for the ride. Along for the ride? What do you mean by that? I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. He doesn't feel under attack? Then I haven't damaged his case at all?
Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? If the person in this photo is not Matt Engarde, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless.
I figured it would come to this.
What?
Right, I have something that I want to ask you. I think you've proven that the person inside this costume is not Matt Engarde. In that case, who is it a photo of? Who is the person wearing the Nickel Samurai costume? Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. What you should be focused on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think? Yeah, why is he so calm?
Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. Who is the person in this photograph?
Well, that'll have to be Adrian. Oh.
Adrian Andrews.
If you want to know who that Nickel Samurai is, it's none other than this woman. And why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? For starters, she is short, and she can freely move in and out of Mr. Engarde's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. Engarde that night.
And how does this all add up?
It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. Engarde's fingerprints all over it.
The knife that was used as a murder weapon.
Why don't you just say what it is you want, Mr. Why don't you just say what it is you want, Wright? I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Joan Corrida. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime.
Order! 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 It looks like this trial has hit a most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony.
Alright, this is it. This is kind of bad for us. Huh? What do you mean? If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means that the trial will go on for another day. One more day? If If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya... Now then, we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. Oh, what am I supposed to do now? The judge is about to adjourn the court. I mean, the only thing we can do is, like, you know, raise an objection. Because, yeah. Nothing. Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must pass a verdict today. I cannot do that. We cannot hear Miss Andrews' testimony and... I abhor wasting such valuable time. Hedgeworth. Huh. Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. But we cannot continue due to this unexpected development. Unexpected development? I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. What do you mean by that? That Mr. Felix Wright would slave his way to a subpoenaing Miss Adrian Andrews is all happening according to plan, even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on. What? Well, there is this thing called, I think it's dual Twitch or dual Twitch. I think, I can't remember what it is. There is a multi-Twitch. Just use multi-Twitch. And then you can do both. There you go, Mina. I think that supports multiple chats at once. What is the meaning of your statement, Edgeworth? Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. She is the next witness. Oh, it itches. Everything was planned out by this man. Somehow, I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over. Exactly. Very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we should take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court will now take a 10-minute recess. Yeah. Oh, I'm about to sneeze and I don't like it. It's just sitting there and like